Well, when Springville Elementary sent us a note and said, hey, you gotta come down and make maple syrup with us, the only question we had was, what time? So we're here today with Principal Chris Scarpine to find out what is going on here today.
Well, we're here with our 5th grade team making maple syrup here on the schoolyard. We have a bunch of our 5th graders behind us, and they wanted to invite you all down to see how we make our maple syrup.
And this is something that's fairly new to the school.
We built the shack in 2019-20, and we've been running the program with our 5th graders and exposing the rest of our K-5 team for the last 2 or 3 years.
And really the students are involved in a good portion of this.
They are. They learned the process before on how to tap the tree. They collect the sap.
So we have the maple tree, and the sap comes up through the roots in the ground and comes out of the top we have, and it leaks into the bucket. And then we take it over to the sugar shack and boil all of the water out, and then we're just left with the sugar.
And you've got a lot of these trees and these buckets all around the school.
Yes, we have some at the middle school and around town as well.
What's the most unique maple flavored thing you've ever had?
Maple barbecue sauce.
Maple mushrooms.
You can kind of hear Mr. Chaddock behind us. He's our expert boiler. He boils the sap. And I think all this came about. Our former superintendent, Kimberly Moritz, made all of this possible. We thought small, she thought big, and this is how we ended up. So it was we're really fortunate to have this.
And we're going to show people around a little bit inside the shack, but it is pretty steamy, so people will be able to see that it's kind of hard to see what's going on in there.
It is very steamy.
I got some real good helpers that are really interested in it. So I have a lot of times I'll have one of the students keeping an eye on the thermometer. I'll have other students looking at the tank, and I'll teach them different things that they need to know about, warning signs for if it's getting too hot or how it's boiling.
What is the value in being able to do this? It's a little something different, getting kids out of the classroom, and they're still learning about, something that is actually a very big part of New York State.
I think it's a very fulfilling experience for the kids when you take a very raw product like sap and the end result is syrup. It's very satisfying for the kids to see that start to finish process, something that doesn't happen a lot in school. So this is one of those opportunities where they can start with something very raw and end up with something very sweet, and I think it's a really good experience for them.
And what about that syrup? Can people get it somewhere?
Well, we have it here locally. We try to keep it close to the vest so we can put it on our maple cake here at school. But yeah, we do share it with a lot of people, and we'll actually give you a little sample before you leave today.
Good. Well, that is the best part. Well, thank you for inviting us down and getting a chance to look at this. It's such a unique thing. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kate Welshofer. Be well, stay well.
We'll see you